pain. They will want to cry. But for how long? A minute, a night, or a year? Nobody knows. This fleeting fear that you and I experience would seem like a luxury to him today. Without realizing it, I am thinking of that very entity, the first arrogant one in history, the one who today, now, at this very moment, is submerged in a loneliness so deep that no unit in this universe can measure it. We know him by the name Iblis, but today I am not thinking about his name. I am thinking about his time. Think about it. What happens when time refuses to pass? By earthly calculations, 9,000 years have drifted by. There are no calendar pages, no clock hands, no day, no night. There is only a sealed box, a chest. In our imagination, hell is simply a blazing fire. But do you know what is more terrifying than fire? Being crushed, being trapped, the inability to move. Somewhere in the deepest abyss, he has been folded inside a massive chest made of fire. Imagine being placed alive inside a coffin and the lid sealed shut. Then, the weight of thousands of mountains is placed upon that coffin. The space inside is so narrow that he cannot straighten his back. He cannot turn to his side. He wants to breathe. He wants to fill his chest with a little air, but there is no air there. There is only toxic smoke, thick, heavy, searing smoke. Every time he tries to take a breath, that smoke enters his lungs and dissolves everything within like volcanic heat. He wants to scream, but no sound comes out, because trapped in his throat is a scream that has been accumulating for thousands of years. Once, his voice was more beautiful than that of the angels. When he called upon his Creator, the heavens would tremble. And today, his throat only yearns to utter one sound, a little water, just one drop of water. But from above, from the roof of that chest, instead of water, drops of molten liquid are falling, substance liquefied by fire. When a single drop falls onto the crown of his head, in an instant it melts through, dissolving his very being, passing right through to his feet. Just as water boils violently over a flame, inside his skull, his thoughts boil in the same way. Torment? No, calling this torment would be a mistake. This is the fading away of existence and its return. Every moment, his form is consumed to ash, and again, a new form emerges. Do you know why? So that he may taste the fire anew. If the old form dies, pain is no longer felt. So he is made new again and again, only to feel the suffering. He was once the teacher of angels. How much knowledge he possessed, how much he worshipped. Has he forgotten those things? No, and this is his greatest punishment. Memory, lying in the darkness of that chest, in the silence of billions of years. Those scenes float before his eyes. When he used to fall in prostration, when he was beloved to the divine, he used to think, I am the best. Why should I bow my head before a human made of clay? Today, that human of clay is perhaps sitting in a garden of paradise, speaking with his Allah, and he is today fodder for the creatures of the fire. Creatures of torment crawl over every inch of his being. They sting like venomous things. He wants to brush them away with his hands, but his hands are numb, rigid as coal. He cannot move, he can only feel. Occasionally, in some interval of this endless suffering, he is taken out. No, not for freedom, for shame, for humiliation. In that vast gathering place of the afterlife, where millions of souls are submerged in a sea of fire, he is made to stand, the tyrants of history, and countless sinners like Ustos who were deceived by the devil. In the worldly life they can see him. That moment, is more painful than the fire. Suddenly, someone from the crowd screams out, "There he is. There is that devil, because of whom I am in this state today." In an instant, the rage and hatred of the tormented ignite like fire. They forget their own punishment. They forget their skin is burning. They rush towards Iblis like madmen, grab him, tear him apart, shatter him. Imagine the scene. The one whom people in the world considered a boss, a leader, at whose signal people dived into the ocean of sin. Today those very followers are leaping to tear him apart. Some strike him, some tear at him, some curse him. Iblis is then helpless. He wants to flee. He screams to the angels, "Save me, remove me from them, put me back in that chest. I cannot bear this humiliation." How strange, isn't it? The chest of fire he feared. Today, that very chest of fire seems like a place of escape to him. Human hatred burns more than fire. But the drama is not yet over. By the divine command, after billions of years, for the first and last time, Iblis will get the chance to speak. A pulpit will be erected, a pulpit of fire. He will stand there, trembling. The surroundings will fall silent. There will be no sound but the roaring of the fire. Billions of the tormented will look at him. A faint hope still lingers in their minds. Perhaps our leader will announce some good news. Perhaps show a secret path. Perhaps say that this punishment will one day end. Iblis will open his mouth. In that distorted, scorched voice, the speech he delivers will cause the hearts of the listeners to turn into stone. He will say the promise Allah made to you was true, and the dream I showed you, was false, a deception. He will pause. He will release a deep sigh, which will emerge like a flare of fire. Do not blame me today. I did not force you. I did not take your hand and make you commit sin. I only called. I only signaled. You were already prepared. You wanted to commit that sin. My call was merely an excuse. Then he will utter that final sentence today. Blame yourselves. I cannot save you. Today, I cannot even save myself. That is it. The last shred of hope is extinguished. The listeners realize they followed someone who is himself a beggar of the path. The angels will drag him away again. Again, a collar of fire will be placed around his neck. He will return to that dark chest. But the mind is a strange thing. Hope does not die easily. Even deep within Iblis's mind, for 9,000 billion years, a very small, very secret hope was hiding. A hope like a game of hide and seek. He used to think Allah is merciful. One day or another, perhaps after 200,000 billion years, the term of this punishment will end. Or he would think, at least death will come. If I die, it all ends. There will be no more pain. Nurturing this false hope named death within his chest, he survived all this time. But that day, the day this last lamp is also extinguished, that will be the most terrifying day of his existence. At the end of the day of judgment, there will be a barrier between paradise and hell. Upon that barrier, the angels will present a creature, a grey-colored ram. The inhabitants of paradise will look on. The inhabitants of hell will also look through the cracks of their chests. The angels will ask in a voice like thunder, "Do you know this?" Everyone will recognize it. This is death, the thing we feared most in the world. And today the inhabitants of hell want it as their messenger of freedom. They will scream out, "Death, give us death, finish us." In Iblis's eyes, there is also a gleaming hope. This is surely the end. This is surely where freedom is found. But right then, before the eyes of billions of entities of the universe, death will be slaughtered with a sharp blade. As the drops fall, the death of death occurs. Then comes the final announcement, an announcement that will make every atom of the universe tremble. O inhabitants of paradise, there is no more death. You are immortal. O inhabitants of hell, there is no more death. You are also immortal. Immortal. Eternity. The words are very small, but no creation has the power to bear their weight. The end. Conclusion. Finish. These words are erased from the dictionary. Inside the chest, a scene of absolute despair will unfold. When Iblis realizes this fire, these creatures, this stinging pain, this liquid heat, there is no end to them. Not thousands of billions of years, but eons upon eons will pass. Yet the hands of the clock will not move. Reaching the ultimate peak of despair, he will begin to strike his own body like a madman. He will try to tear away his own form. He will bang his head against the walls of fire. In his distorted voice, he will scream, "O Allah, turn me into dust. Make me non-existent. I no longer want to be me." He will want to weep, but there are no tears in his eyes, only suffering and despair. He will look towards his Allah and want to call out for the last time, "Rabbana, akhijna minya, O our Allah, take us out of this." But that call will never be accepted again. That call will hit the wall of eternity and return to his own ears as an echo. Too late. It is too late. Now I am sitting in my dark room, trembling, the heart beating on the left side of my chest. It hasn't stopped yet. My breath is still flowing. I still have time in my hands. But for how long? 1 minute, 1 night, or 1 year? No one knows. The devil comes to my ear and whispers, "Hey, there is plenty of time. We will pray later. We will be good later. Let's enjoy a little now." The Iblis who is screaming for existence after burning for eons, he is teaching me to waste time. He does not want to burn alone. He wants to take me with him into that chest. My body shudders. Will I be able to bear the darkness of that chest? Will I be able to watch the scene of my own being burning for eternity? Will I be able to stand before my Creator and say, "I did not find time"? No, I will not be able to. I swear by the divine, I will not be able to bear the heat of that fire for even a single moment. I do not know if the light of dawn is breaking outside the window, but to cut the darkness inside me, I must rise, now, at this very moment, because once the coffin is closed, it will never be opened again. After death is slaughtered, there will be no path to return. O my Allah, I know I am unworthy. I know my state saved me from this. Steady this weak heart of mine. I do not want to delay anymore, my Master. I do not want to delay anymore.